Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Danny and you all know what you're here for. It's week 2 and I have another sneak peek for you. The first thing I will go through with you guys today is a wrap up of week 1 along with points and all of the goodies for you guys from last week. If you haven't gone to see our competitors vlogs, please do that before watching this so you don't spoil anything for yourselves. I've left the playlist in the description down below. Please go and support our competitors. As a little bit of a wrap up for you guys and just some highlights, you should know that in those vlogs we had 4 5-star reads. I'm telling you what, this competition is heating up. These ladies are amazing at book recommendations, but it wasn't all great news. We also had some fairly low ratings with a rating of a 0.75. Yes, I said it, a 0.75, as well as a 2.75. So there are definitely some duds among the mix, but you're gonna have to go see the vlogs to figure out which books received which ratings. But I will tell you which booktubers gave out which ratings, and I will also be assigning those points to specific booktubers, but I'm not gonna tell you any names in that realm. So I'm gonna put up my little graphic here so you guys are gonna be able to see the points as I talk about them. I am going to just go booktuber by booktuber and tell you guys which booktuber they were judging, which booktuber that would be assigned to in my chart, and then how many points that means that that booktuber is going to get overall. So we're gonna start with Leandra. So if you watched Leandra's vlog, she was judging booktuber C's recommendations. So booktuber C I assigned to booktuber number 1. I'm not going to tell you who that is, but booktuber number 1 received a 0.75 from Leandra, but also a 5-star. This was a crazy vlog to watch. The dynamics between a book that Leandra really did not enjoy and the book that Leandra really loved was really fun to see unfold. Unfortunately for booktuber C, the rating of 0.75 was the top recommendation for Leandra this week. So that's going to be multiplied by 3, and that gives that booktuber 2.25 points. The 5-star rating in the second place, though, is multiplied by 2, and so they will get 10 points for this book. Moving on to Nell. Nell judged booktuber I, and Nell gave out a 5-star and a 2.75 star. This was another vlog that was really fun to see unfold because we had one book that Nell really didn't vibe with and one that she really did. I have assigned booktuber I to booktuber number 3, and this booktuber will receive a 5-star for their top choice. So that means that they will end up getting 15 points for this book. That means the 2.75 was the second recommendation, which means they will get 5.5 points for that book. In week 1, Katie judged booktuber E. In Katie's vlog, she gave a 4.5 star and a 5-star, so both really amazing reads. You got to see Katie loving it up in this video. And booktuber E is actually the same as booktuber C. So we actually have a booktuber who's received 2 scores this week. I allowed competitors to place their vlogs wherever they felt comfortable, and so just by happenstance, we have 2 vlogs that are from the same recommender. Booktuber number 1 is going to end up getting the 4.5 points for the first recommendation. So that has a multiplier of 3, which will give them a total number of points of 13.5, which means that the 5-star was for the second recommendation, which will give them a total of 10 points for that book. And lastly, we have Lotta, who judged booktuber J in her vlog. And Lotta gave out a 5-star rating and a 4.5 star rating. So this is another vlog that has positive vibes all around. You get to hear about some amazing books. In another upset, booktuber J is the same as booktuber I. So we have another booktuber who's going to get 2 scores this week. Their first recommendation for Lotta was the 5-star read, which means they will get 15 points for that book. The second score was the 4.5, which means they will get 9 points. That means in total for week 1, booktuber number 1 received 35.75 points and booktuber number 3 received 44.5 points. Booktuber number 2 and booktuber number 3 we have not gotten any ratings for just yet, but they might be coming up in week 2. I will also let you guys know that within the vlogs, the booktubers did make predictions on who these booktubers are, so you can go and check that out and see if you agree with their predictions. I will be putting a poll up as this sneak peek goes live to see who you guys think booktuber number 1 is, who you guys think booktuber number 3 is, because those are the ones that we've had recommendations from so far. On to dates and times, which is really just going to be a little bit of a reminder from me. Remember that the vlogs go live at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time on Tuesday. The sneak peeks, which is what you're watching right now, go live on Sundays at 5 p.m. and there is a live show on June 29th at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. Please join us. We're going to have a lot of fun. Also, be paying attention to polls that I'm going to put on my community tab, because those will definitely take place in the live show, or I will be talking about the results of those polls in the live show. So be taking a look at those as well throughout the competition. Next, the reason you guys clicked on this video, let's have a little bit of a sneak peek for week 2.
Yeah, I don't know. I have not high expectation for both these books, but they could surprise me.
I am really intrigued by these 2 options, especially because even though they're 2 I've been meaning to read, they aren't books I probably would have picked up anytime soon.
I have to say that I'm excited to read both of these. I have not been reading a ton of fantasy romance in my opinion this year, so it feels nice to dive back into this world.
I don't know if I'm gonna like this. This feels like a children's book.
Been very popular on BookTube, especially after it was placed on the Goodreads Awards nominee list.
In Dutch we say, past in mijn straatje. It fits in my little street.
It was really crazy though. Like, it was really tense because it was like, oh my gosh, what's gonna happen now?
Even when she put her name into like the Goblet of Fire, that's not the Goblet of Fire.
But then the second part of the secret was like, oh, wait a minute. Okay, now we're getting to the tea.
But also we're hearing things like unicorn ass. And I'm just like, what is going on?
I love the side characters.
Most humans, we like to be awake during daytime. And I like to also be awake during nighttime, but you get my drift, right? That's very normal for us.
But if she goes back, she's gonna die.
Which is amazing.
He just would be there once in a while. I'd be like, who are you? Like, get away. Like, you're not helping the narrative. Like, you're kind of weirding me out.
So they're like, oh, if we just sacrifice her, then maybe we'll all be, relieved and we can go home and, they won't kill the rest of us.
Potatoes are just one of the most versatile favorite foods in my life, so it was hilarious to hear him talk so much trash about potatoes.
There are cool things happening. It's high stakes. People die, all the things I love.
Like, that is what I will remember about this book.
Booktuber L, I'm coming for you.
I don't know about you, but I'm excited to see what happens. Hopefully you will tune in on Tuesday to watch all of these amazing vlogs and see what unfolds in week 2 of Battle of the Booktubers. Until then, happy reading.